I'm Justin. I just want to do a quick little walkthrough of our Sportsman 302. Figured we'd start outside first, so starting at the bow, anchor with a windlass, anchor hatch to kind of get to all your lines, and you know, you can unclip the anchor from there. There's also another access down below we'll show when we get on the boat. For forward seating, at first we weren't a big fan of it, but we actually have grown to love it just with the extra storage. Radar up top, having bird mode and having radar has been a nice little feature. There's integrated nav lights and LED bar in the front. Going back, you have our Gemlux Deluxe Outriggers. Those are collapsible. Super great. We trailer the boat everywhere, so it's nice to just be able to break them down and go to the next spot. Yamaha 300s on the back. You'll be able to see those better inside, but the dive door is also really cool. You have dive doors on both sides, so give you a quick little idea of the outside, and we'll hop onto the inside now. So starting at the bow, now that we're on the boat, here's your windlass access to everything. There's a cleat tie down for, you know, making sure you're secure when you're underway. Limar windlass back there. You also have another access to your lines down here, which is super convenient. Then foot controls for your windlass also. A couple cup holders. Our boat has forward storage. Like I said, it wasn't really a feature we really wanted, but we've kind of grown to love it. Tons of extra storage. This locker, we keep all of our extra dock lines, throw cushions, just miscellaneous docking type stuff. This side we usually keep empty. Good place for guest stuff and, you know, just quick access, but obviously there's cushions, backrest, super comfortable. Ladies always like it. The front tables on an actuator goes to either, you know, like a lounger height, which we have a cushion for that, or all the way to a table height. So super nice feature. Nice that it's out of the way when you don't need it. We pretty much keep it down. We don't really use the table that often, but it's nice that when you do need it. Another little seat, cooler option type idea. So nice little day cooler for your drinks and whatnot. Actuated vent up here is really cool. It's on the screens. So full glass enclosure, super nice, especially the last couple of days. We've had a lot of wind, so it was nice to kind of be able to duck in there and get away from the elements a little bit. Now to the helm, storage up top. This boat has the JL upgrade, tons of speakers in it. We probably never really get the sound over 50%, but big helm area, 2 Garmin 17s. Nice to have all this space. You can get a few people in here and just have a nice place to get out of the elements. So hatch to the cabin's kind of nice too. Kind of keeps that area, you know, a little bit cooler and also helps dry it out. VHF radio, Yamaha controls, push button start, 2 captain's chairs, super nice, flip up bolsters. We added this, it's a Grid 20. It's a way to control the helm. It's also nice because we can be back here in the cockpit and we can actually, you know, reach up there and we can actually steer the boat, change the screens. So it's super nice for what we're doing. One thing this boat's really good for, tons and tons of storage. So these are nice. These are good little flip-flop compartments or even just, you know, individual storage. We've been fishing, so just extra lures and stuff. These are your access to your batteries. It's nice, this little panel comes off. We keep our life jackets there. It's a nice dry area, but gets you back into your batteries. Your steering pumps are also back there. So our boat has twin Yamaha 300s, XCBs. We can trim them down, fire them up real quick. So this boat, you know, has digital steering, digital controls. Few of the features I really love about the digital shifting, you can go into single lever mode and you have to be neutral, but now we're docks, we won't do it, but we can just use one, you know, just this controller to go, you know, forward and reverse, so we don't have to actually control both. So great for just, you know, cruising and stuff like that. Throttles itself to keep both the motors in sync. Also, this neutral hold's nice when we're docking and we have like a lot of people on the boat and kids. We can always just hit that button. We know that if somebody was to bump into the throttle or something like that, like we know we're good. Our boat has Optimus steering on it, very smooth. This also tilts. Digital steering and digital shifting is definitely something I will not have a boat without. So, and also autopilot. So this is kind of our normal running. We have our charts over here. We have the autopilot bar here on the bottom, which is nice. We're not, you know, riding, but there's buttons where you can just, you know, change it 1 degree, 10 degree. This is something, I don't know why I always get a kick out of it, like That's our autopilot, you know, that's our breadcrumbs, and they're just straight as can be. But yeah, so that's the autopilot just running back in from, you know, we were out at the humps the last few days. For the most part, on our left screen is usually just our charts. We have a few different chart options. This is our main chart we run, nothing crazy. We have the image on just with the vision with the pictures. Nice when you're in some of this skinny stuff, and down here in the Keys too, like you know, that's a foot deep, that's, you know, 5 foot deep. So being able to see a satellite image of that is really, really nice, especially with a boat like this when you're trying to run some of these little, not necessarily, you know, markered little cuts through the passes and stuff. We have another option where it's the same charts, but with radar on top. Really, really easy to use. Try to run that there. On this screen, we have this combo screen that's really nice. We have our Yamaha gauge up here, autopilot. This is all of our digital switching, which I love. It's nice to have all of it just right there. This is just some of our basic, just, you know, fuel economy, range, just kind of fuel information. Cool thing is you can click any of these and go right to full screen and then back. So for us, it's nice because it's like all 4 of them are right there where you need them. The switch is nice too. Every switch on the boat is controlled right here pretty much. So like I said, we were showing the vent earlier. Open and close it here. All your pumps. There's also a remote switch. We don't use it that often, but it is nice for a lot of those just quick access, you know, idea things. Have a couple other combos. So that's really everything helm-wise. Like I said, sometimes we'll use this screen, our autopilot, just some little bit of boat information, and then just your bottom machine. So I just want to go inside our console, kind of show you what's all in here, and a lot of usable, really good storage. So starting kind of at the front, there's access under that cushion, the front cushion. There's a toilet underneath that long bench. It's kind of nice. I don't know if you'd ever need to sit down there, but there is cushions. That cushion, like I said, just pops up, toilet underneath. Probably one of my favorite features is the rod storage. Like I said, we trailer the boat, so we're always, you know, trying to get rods and stuff, and, you know, you throw them in the bed of the truck or however, so it's nice to just have a solid spot for them right in the boat. Our ditch bag's right there, easy to get, middle of the boat, nice easy spot. All of our safety stuff is right there. Sink down here, rain gear we keep, you know, just in that dry bag. Like I said, nice and easy to get to. This is all of our electronics in those cabinets. Really, really clean. Being able to just have all that, have doors, not canvas, just super easy access to get to. So this is just inside our electronics cabinet. All the JL amps are there, the digital switching, pretty much easy access, labeled access to everything. Really easy access. It's easy for me to get down here. I'm, you know, full-size guy, and plenty of room to work on it and do anything you would need to. Having everything labeled is nice. Everything in one spot. There's also, we have just a little bit of extra storage on the bottom. We just put some of our loose stuff, some extra tools. Could probably even put more down there. Clean, dry, not worry about things getting wet and rusted. Having everything in one place is really, really nice. And not in the bilge too. So coming down the side on the gunnels, under gunnel rod storage. We don't really use this a lot when we're fishing, but like I said, we trailer our boat everywhere. So being able to put all of our long rods here keeps them out of the bed of the truck, keeps them safe. But really nice for trailering, just to have a solid place for them. Back to the back side of the leaning post. This has 2 sinks, or I guess it's a sink basin and then a sink. This one has fresh water here. We kind of use it as our catch-all while we're fishing. We were fishing yesterday, so it's still a little mess, but you guys get to see it how we use it. Being able to just wash your hands. We usually keep paper towels, just some of our quick, you know, hooks and stuff that we need instantly. We don't want to go looking for, so it's nice to have all that right here. This has drawers, 2 sets of drawers in the middle. Keep all of our just tools and whatnot, everything we need, leader material. Trays on both sides, hooks, all of our leads. This side's more of our, you know, skirts, or, you know, we change this out for whatever we're doing fishing. And then the bottom, this had trays in it too. We changed it out just to tackle bags, just suits our style of fishing better. Everything's there. This drains really well. Our knives are there just because they're long. One more thing on the leaning post is your battery switches. So it's nice just because, you know, you can turn the battery switches off. People don't necessarily know where all that information is. Just kind of keeps your boat a little bit more secure, which I think is a nice little feature. Cup holders, yeah, so cup holders everywhere on the boat. These have inserts in them from Unconventional Marine. Those are for Yeti cups. They just keep your Yeti cup from wiggling all over the place. There's 5 different sizes. So Yeti cups, Bromate koozies, Yeti coasters, and then slim and empty cans, just empty cans. We have just some skirt lues in there. We were mahi fishing. So the back of the T-top comes loaded with rod holders. Total of 9. Nice for just when you're running offshore, having everything in the central part of the boat is nice, not having it on the gunnels and in the way. We'll use it too, we'll put a shotgun run out the top. These handles too, I've grown to love these handles. There's really good handles everywhere on the boat, so no matter where you're at, what type of conditions you're in, there's always something to grab. Like there's actual, finger spots, so you can really lock your hand in and feel really, really safe and secure. Boat has fish boxes on both sides, pretty good size. We mostly just use the one. The other side we'll either use it for dive gear, fenders. One fish box does it pretty well for us. Same on the other side, I'll show you guys anyway. Same size and everything, macerated fish boxes. Like I said, we usually use one. One's really, really solid, has enough space for everything, and they're super, super cold. We put ice in here Saturday and we used it through Tuesday. We added a couple bags here and there, but we didn't dump it every day and change the ice out. Like it was good to go and kept it nice and cold, which is nice on a boat. Twin live wells, pressurized. This is nice too. There's a backrest, we leave it off, but to have that extra little bit of seating always comes in handy. There's also access here to your bilge, and then you have your main bilge access. We opted out for the Seakeeper. We have a Bilge Organizer from Unconventional Marine. Holds 4 Yeti buckets. There's also storage for your anchor, a separated anchor holder, and then there's access to your anchor line, everything there. There's also 2 little rod holders you can put your bait nets, a magma grill, whatever it might be that you're trying to get out of the way. These are also from Unconventional Marine. These are just Yeti bucket lids. They're made out of starboard cutting board material. So it's always nice just to have extra little cutting boards, especially if you use one for chunking, for baits and whatnot. You have a cutting board right there. So next on the boat, here on our transom, we have a large fillet table from Unconventional Marine. We make 2 different sizes. This is our large. It's 27 inches total width with a usable area of 23 inches. We also have a smaller size that's 21 inches overall with a usable area of 18 inches. When designing these tables, we try to take everything into consideration. Both sides are mirrored, so if you're left-handed, right-handed, and you want your fillet table or your fillet knife in your left hand, it's there. If you want it in your right hand, it's there. Everything's right there for you. D-hookers fit, your pliers. Running offshore, everything holds nice and tight. Ruler on the back, adjustable mount from Magma. You can mount this thing any different way, different types of boats, different mounting options. Folds up nice for storage. Open it up, put it in your rod holder. Locked any which way you need it. It also works, say, on the side of your boat. On the swim platform, have a nice 4-step dive ladder to get in on. The boat also on the dive door has a attachable dive ladder that hooks onto either door on that little metal bracket down there. We don't use that one that often, but it's really, really nice and sturdy. If we're doing a full sandbar day or diving, it is nice. We don't want to use it if we're just going to be using it for 5 minutes here and there. We usually just use the one in the back, but twin Yamaha 300s, custom painted to match the boat. Our boat has Optimus steering in it. Back on your older boats, you would have hydraulic steering, where pretty much you turning the wheel was the gear case for the hydraulic pump, where now the wheel is an electronic device telling the motors how to turn. So I had it on the old boat, loved it. The newer boats, they have the XSB motors where it's built-in electronic steering, which is definitely the next best thing to have. So talking about some of the capacities on the boat, the freshwater tank is 40 gallons. That's here, this tank 2. Tank 1 is our gas tank, 300-gallon tank, 270 usable gallons. The boat gets anywhere from 2 to 1 mile per gallon depending on how you're running. So 30 miles an hour, right under 2 miles an hour, or 2 miles per gallon, you're doing pretty solid. Where wide open throttle, you're getting right at 1 mile per gallon. We can get this boat up to 55 is about the fastest we'll ever get it. There's days where we'll go a little faster, but 55 is definitely an everyday top speed. The boat overall, 30 feet long, 10 feet 4 wide, super beamy, solid boat. Definitely holds its own with bigger boats. When it comes to capacity of people, the boat's yacht certified, so there's no personal capacity. It's really whatever the captain feels is capable of. And then, obviously having safety equipment for every occupant on the boat. Our boat, the way it's situated, you have, 2 seats in the front, which you can easily put 4 people there, 2 in front of the helm, so you're 6 there, easily, 8 here. and then 2 in the back. So I mean, you have seating for 10 easily. You know, you could easily get, you know, more than that with bean bags, people standing holding the rail. Most time when we're running, nobody's sitting, people are just hanging onto the rails. So thanks for going through the walkthrough with us on our Sportsman 302. I hope we explained everything. If you have any questions, please comment, let us know what you'd like to know about it. Please like and subscribe. I'm Justin, we'll see you on the next one.